Welcome to ANZCRL Combined Racing League's first round of our final series, the Formula C Championship. It's a three-round championship, 6 races. We're here at beautiful Watkins Glen on the full GP layout for the first feature race. We've got 12 laps. And then following after this race, we will be into another 12-lap race, but it'll be the sprint format with a shorter layout of this track. So we're going to have races 1 and 2 for the opening of this championship with Commander Cirrus on pole. He able to just nudge it at the very end over Dado Racer. And then we've got Maddie seeking in third, with J Rudd B in fourth, Illogical Sports in fifth, Blue Falcon in sixth, Stark Lord in seventh, Tim and Jack in eighth, Whopper in ninth, and at the end, X-Day Cookie had a time penalty. We'll go up front here, and we'll see how Cirrus takes the leap from the pole. He's done a good jump. Actually, he's missed the jump, with Dado cutting around from the outside as they all filter through the first corner. And then they get into this second corner, and then they take the run up the hill and then up through the S's, turns 3 and 4, and then onto the big back straight where the cars should be reaching speeds of around 220 kilometres an hour before they got to brake hard for the bus stop. As the P51 SimSport pairing of all the 3 of them, all fighting justly for positions here through the bus stop. There's no love lost between these P51 SimSport teams. J Rudd B up into 4th, and Commander Cirrus, the poleman's all the way back down in 8th position, but still a pretty clean run. These cars are very nimble and very fast in the Formula C category. Absolutely sensational cars to drive. They take a while for them to get gripped up, these tyres. They're only, as you can see, only narrow tyres. So it takes a while for them to get the temperatures and start really gripping up onto this circuit. Oh, as Blue Falcon has just run wide, and he's also took Tim and Jack with him as they negotiate now up through turns 9 and then 10. 11th corner track here in the GP layout, and at the back they're all going for it out here with Tim and Jack and Whopper. And Tim and Jack just defending from Dark Lord, who just kicks up a bit of dust on his with his rear wheels. It looks like Tim and Jack's got a good run here on Whopper. Down the start-finish straight. He's having a nice little down into turn 1. And he's made that stick. Oh no, there's XD Cookie. I think it might have been one of the guys. Not too sure. No, it wasn't XD Cookie. Easy in this car. It was definitely it was J Rudd B actually. So that little tag also has lost his front wing, and that's unfortunate for Tim and Jack as well. Hopefully he didn't get too much damage as he was making a move on Whopper. Oh, looks like he's just lost it out through there, getting wide out in the marbles. Plenty going on midfield, so this feature race of 12 laps, the top 8 positions actually get reversed for the sprint race. So there's a lot on stake here for these guys here in these lower positions, because it's all about whoever ends in that 8th position will end up having pole for the sprint race. But Dado Racer, he had to have his legs pulled to come into this series, and look at him, he's actually just taken off. He not really won with the car, we were saying, but I can tell you what, he's found some pace out of his number 58. I think he's teaming up with XD Cookie actually. I'm just the to Gussie racing car. So he starts lap 3 of this 12-lap race, and he's got a nice 4-second lead over Illogical Sports. in the first of the P51 Sim Sports, but in the Gencon mobile outfit, looks like the old McLaren. I mean, not the McLaren, the Mercedes F1 car. And then the second, Maddie Seeking. Now these guys went hell for leather in the first corner through the bus stop here. We'll just pull up the speedos. They get roughly around 220 kilometres an hour before they hit the anchors. Just shy of 220 for Maddie Seeking in this number 22 Hobsner P51 Sim Sports car. He's actually teaming up together with Commander Cirrus. He's fighting his way back through the field from being had pole position, and as we said, got caught up with a P51 Sim Sports through the bus stop and dropped down to 8th. Oh, and I think that might have been Whopper. He's had a spin up the top of the circuit coming out of, just trying to pick up where they might have been. I think it was actually turn 6. They call Laces. Is in this area that they call the boot. So they've just gone through the toe, and then they lead up here to turn 8, which they call the heel. And basically, as they go up this little short chute up here up to turns 9, that's basically the back of the boot when you have a look at the track layout. So they call it the boot through that area. And this is a little short chute. This is a little where they come onto the track where you can see where the barrier is in the background there, where when they have the sprint race, they're going to be using this shorter part of the circuit. So they won't go through the boot section. That'll be cut out. As Whopper was lucky not to get any damage on that car by the looks of things. So as we got J-Rud B still in the pits, he's had to come in for that wing and drop in a number of laps down here at the moment. But there's a nice battle, obviously, as we hear now with Whopper trying to get on the back of Commander Cirrus. And Commander Cirrus actually made a move on Whopper, obviously after he had that mistake. So we'll see if Whopper can get onto the back of Cirrus. There's a couple of other guys that have come into the pits, Tim and Jack and Dark Lord. Obviously probably for some damage repair. And Whopper's definitely picking up some pace. He's fast through the bus stop and down through turns 5. This is where he had a mistake where we picked up last lap out of here out of turn 6. He was able to keep it off that tyre bundle. It's a nice looking car, the number 9 OBX Watches Racing of Whopper. As Dark Lord's still waiting to get his car fixed up in that number 2 Stargenley Motorsport car, as he now rejoins the race in 9th position. Now we can also see Blue Falcon. Oh, we were on Blue Falcon, sorry. He's having a really good run here in 4th position, but he's got a time penalty, so we'll just pick that up. It's 1 second time penalty. So that could cost him in the end of this race, because both Commander Cirrus and Whopper are going to be challenging him before the end of the race. If he can hold them off, they might be still within that 1 second, so they could lose 2 positions at the end. But here he is actually. Maddie Seekins had a bit of a slow lap there with the 51 that previous lap, so he might have had a bit of problem also into turn 1, because these guys have now caught onto the back. As Commander Cirrus is in the slipstream, and as you can see, Blue Falcon defending that P4 position. Showing some great pace tonight in the number 34 FFB Racing Team, Blue Falcon, and he's now challenging Cirrus's teammate with Maddie Seeking. Oh, and this is the corner that's always caused a whole lot of drama. Turn 6 here, Laces the first section of the boot section. It's a corner that really comes up to you really quick, but Commander Cirrus has now jumped that position after Blue Falcon has dropped the 2. Now, has that caused any damage to Maddie Seeking? As Whopper takes the opportunity now to get through Maddie Seeking. Commander Cirrus, sorry. So they've all caught on the back of Matty Seeking. His car's not performing the way that he'd like to see that was happening in qualifying. So I don't know if they had a bit of damage that time around through the bus stop early. Oh, now he's clobbered the outside wall of turn 9 as they come onto the into turn 10 with one more corner remaining. So that's going to now, will he let his teammate Commander Cirrus through? I think he has. So he may now just try and salvage this P5 position, try and stay in front of Blue Falcon if he can. But Whopper finds himself in on the podium here tonight after a spin there earlier on out of turn 6. And Whopper, I believe, started 9th. So what a drive from Whopper, 9th to 3rd so far. So a very good drive. But you can't take anything away so far. We're only halfway through this race, but Dado Racer's doing a terrific job out in front. Got pipped for pole from Commander Cirrus by the smallest of margins. I'm just trying to pull up the results there. There was hardly anything in it. I think it was 0.02 something of a second. Commander Cirrus got pole over Dado. And Dado only got pole by about 0.2 of a second over Matty Seeking, who started in 3rd. So, yeah, so Tim and Jack also was up there earlier, but obviously had to come into pits. So, Logical Sports, another driver, the first of the P51 Sim Sports crew, having a bit of a quiet race. And one of the lap cars down behind him there as he's going around now to start his 7th lap. There'll be 6 more laps remaining as Whopper looks like he's fairly comfortable out there in P3 at the moment. I think that he would probably be happy just to consolidate that position and keep Commander Cirrus behind. He's got the pace to be able to do that. And good bag, a lot of points to start his campaign in this Formula C Championship. So we might come back to Commander Cirrus in a little while. We'll just check on XD Cookie. Now he's returned back into the ANZ Combined Racing League. He's been away for a while. One of the youngsters of our group. And as I said, he's in the 2nd car, teamed up with Dado Racer. So doing a good job for his first time back for a while in 7th position. In the number 59 to Goosey racing car. So hopefully he keeps that up. Did a 55 that last lap, a little bit faster than Blue Falcon, but he's just got to really just concentrate and just getting to the finish here. Come home in P7, which will give him actually front row start of the sprint race. He'll be on the outside in P2. And this man, again, he's looks like he'll finish this race with, if nothing really happens in front of him, in this 8th position. So he'll be starting from P1 if it stays like this. And then positions 9 and 10 will stay the same as Duckle just brushes the wall just ever so gently. So full damage on. And we pick up Commander Cirrus. So we might just try and see if we can just quickly go on board. And we can just see him now as J Rugby's up in front of these guys as they're coming on through. And then just in front, obviously, is Whopper. And you can just see that pace growing now. So he should get up to over 220 roughly with that bit of a slipstream as well. Rides a lot of curb on the inside of the entry into the bus stop. His car's really handy in that curb. It is a fairly flat curb, but some of the cars get a bit unsettled over the curb. And this is a section that's caught a lot of drives out. You can just see how just can't really, the corner goes around, it just keeps going around and it catches drivers out, and they can come in a bit too hot. And into the turn 7, the toe section of the boot. Very important to get a nice little run. They use every little bit of that track that's on the outside that's been added on. And again, another corner that they don't want. There's a lot of runoff area, but you want to stay within this track. So otherwise, it's a good opportunity where a car can come around and get you on the outside up here into turn 9. Saw Matty C can actually clobber that tyre bundle out there, but he's still going all right in P5. But here they come now up to lap traffic. Oh, Whopper gets up on that curb, and that's not where you want to be. And there's a lap around Watkins Glen, so it's fairly quick. Well, 1 minute 46, but it's pretty frantic at the same time. Oh, as Commander Cirrus gets the wobbles on the exit after they've just passed Dark Lord 78 to put him a lap down. And Whopper's still leading the way there in P3 over Commander Cirrus, the second of the P51 Sim Sports. A good outing for both them in P2, P4 and P5. And Matty Seeky was in third until the pack actually caught up to him, and he found himself just on exit of turn 9 hitting that tyre bundle, which cost him that position. So he'd be a little bit cranky with himself, I'd say, after starting in position 3. But they're winding down the laps here at the moment, and really impressed with the way Whopper's going on his return back as well. Oh, I think that might have been maybe, I don't know if it was, no, it wasn't Tim and Jack, it was probably Dark Lord. So yeah, his car's not too good, so he's lost his wing again, so he's going to probably lose his position to J Rudd B. I'd be say we'll be seeing this bloke back into the pits again. Just has not been his race here tonight, so he's got obviously another one on the short layout to try and redeem himself. This man, he's slowly catching Blue Falcon, so he's been doing some nice competitive time. So the rate he's going, he's the possibility on the last lap to be right on the back of Blue Falcon. And as we know, Blue Falcon had a 1 second penalty as well. So this is going to be very good for XD Cookie. You could probably find him being right near Falcon at the end of this race and actually claiming. But the one thing that's I'm not really... it doesn't really look good for me is the amount of fuel that he's got on board. He's got another 2 more laps to go, and he's only got 1.7 litres of fuel, so that's probably going to catch XD Cookie out, unfortunately, and he's going to have to he's going to give away this beautiful run that he's had on his return race for pretty much all year. I can't remember when he last raced with us, actually. I'll have to check out his records out between our break, and we'll find out how long ago it was that he graced our screens in our in the ANZCRL Combined Racing League's racetracks. That's a logical trying to push that little bit, but probably just trying to see what those tyres are doing just to work it all out for this second race. As we said, it's going to be the short layout, as the battle now is intensifying between these two. That's been all race long between Whopper and Commander Cirrus for the last place on the podium. And I will think we will see XD Cookie actually coming in for a pit stop this time around. That's unfortunate for the young fella, as he's really starting to bring it towards a Blue Falcon. And he's actually slowing right down now because he's trying to limp to the pit. So Tim and Jack. Oh, his car doesn't look too well, Tim and Jack's either. I don't know if there's some suspension damage that we can't see with Tim and Jack. Maybe just went in a bit too deep, but here comes XD Cookie. He's going to have to come in for some fuel, unfortunately. He almost did a champion, but the champion is when you run out of fuel on the last lap, so he's going to get in there and not run out of fuel. But he's going to drop down the order now. And he should stay under that P8, which will give him pole for the, and we know he's got some pace there. So the young fella will enjoy probably starting on the pole position for race 2 when we have reversed the grid order, because he's had some time over J Rudd B. But J Rudd B here is coming around turn 6, and then he's got turn 7. So you'd hopefully find that Cookie should be out fairly soon. You only have to get some fuel, probably get some damage repair at the same time. But here we are on the last lap with Dado Racer, as he's going to wind himself up the hill here, up through the S's and onto the back straight. It's been a masterclass drive from Dado Racer. Well, we're lucky that we've actually seen him in these Formula C cars. He was really thinking about giving it a break, and not really. They don't really appeal to him. But I tell you what, he's come to like pig in mud, that's for sure. Absolutely smashing it at the moment. Obviously a big fan of the V8 supercars, Dado Racer, and also the GT3s. He's taken the GT3 championship this year at ANZCRL, the last series we just ran. Series 5, we ended up obviously Series 6, the final series of 2021. And you can find out all our info at our website too at aus-nzcrl.weebly.com. And you can see we've been running since 2016 solely on the Xbox project cars too. And we've got Dado Racer with 2 more corners to remain in to take out race 1, round 1, race 1 I should say. And we come back very shortly for the second race, a sprint race in the short layout here at Watkins Glen. But congratulations to Dado Racer and the number 58 to Goosey Racing team. Obviously they should have shared a few of the fuel numbers to his teammate in XD Cookie. And here comes the Logical Sports, the first of the P51 Sim Sports cars in second position. And Whopper, this battle for third is still not ending as Commander Series is having a good look, run down the inside, but no, he's not going to do it. Whopper has prevailed for P3. Well, good drive by both those two guys, and a good comeback from Commander Cirrus after getting caught up in a team battle through the bus stop on lap 1. As Matty's seeking now, we wait for him, or he's already come on through. And Blue Falcon and Tim and Jack have all of a sudden come together fairly close for a position 6. Will we see Tim and Jack be able to duck it down the inside here? So for the minor positions here, as it looks like Blue Falcon's just trying to hold on here. Another big drag down the main straight, and it looks like Tim and Jack has got him. And Tim and Jack has been able to get Blue Falcon, but Blue Falcon also had that 1 second penalty that we knew about that was going to be, so these guys are already a lap down. So we're waiting for, I think, J Rudd maybe to finish the race. No, it must be, not too sure who we're waiting to actually finish the race here at the moment. Might have been XD Cookie, so he's going to find himself maybe another lap down. He might have had to keep going, I'm not too sure. But anyway, so there's our results. We have got Dado Races. We know taking out the first race here of 6 races in this championship over 3 rounds. with the Logical Sports, that they've opened up their championship really well. And XD Cookie did end up falling the lap down Dado's teammate, so that was So I've been your host, Woody Lizard, here for ANZCRL Combined Racing League. That has been the first race, so stay tuned. We'll be back very shortly in the next 15 minutes to start race 2 with a sprint race. And as we said, that's going to be a reverse grid, so of the top 8 finishers. So we'll have XD Cookie on pole with Blue Falcon second. Tim and Jack on third, Maddie Seeking fourth, Commander Cirrus fifth, Whopper in sixth, Logical Sports in seventh, and Dado will be all the way down in eighth. So we're going to have to see what he can do through the field. And just remember, it's a shorter track too, so it's that should only be a 15-minute race. So he's going to have to get into it. So we'll catch up with that very shortly. So we should be here again by I'm just having a look at what time. Around about 8:30, 8:55, sorry. We should be back on the screen. So until then, we'll catch up with you very shortly. Cheerio.